I have seen a video of Morara Kevaso and Ksamuel Makore. Apparently, they are launching their presidential bid or I don't know what. So I watched that rally and I don't know. But what is happening is just crazy. Because they had a rally and it's kind of Morara now is launching his presidential bid immediately after Sijui so many other things, and maybe I don't know if he was launching his presidential bid or the party, whatever it is that is launching. But there's something that I really want us to pick from this Morara and Ksamuel newfound love that they now have. Remember, these people have been fighting each other. Morara has always been attacking Ksamuel has been attacking Morara. Ksamuel has been in ODM. Morara tried to join the Gachagua team, ni kama akaonyeshwa hapa hivi hakuna lako, wewe jitoe, akajitoa akarudi kwa inject party yake. Now he has been trying to inject, but Kenyans are not buying it. But before I go into the details, if you are new to this platform and you're coming here for the first time, like this is your first time, man, this is your first time to come to this platform, I would like you to just take a second to subscribe and to hit the notification bell so that anytime I post a video, you will always be the first to watch. My name is the African Updater, and what we do here, we simply analyze politics in the best way possible. We don't insult anyone, we don't get personal, we just share our thoughts based on what we have observed. So kindly subscribe, na kama kawaida, I'll be back. Okay, thank you for everyone who has subscribed, and for the return subscribers, I really appreciate you guys, manze. Nyinyi ndio mnajenga hii platform. Every day I have to appreciate you people. And then we have this special kind of group that keep on sending their small contribution to this number in terms of supporting this channel. Manze, I really appreciate you guys. Whatever contribution you send, I really appreciate. It's not easy for someone kutoa pesa yake kwa mfuko akutumie, yeta kujui, hajai kuona na anakuona tu kwa hizo mtandao. So I really appreciate you guys. Now, as I was saying, Morara and Ksamuel wameamua kupiga kolabo moja moto sana. Hii kolabo inamaanisha nini? Inamaanisha that Morara apparently maybe Morara will be the flag bearer, and then Ksamuel ndio atakuwa deputy. Now my question comes in here. Kwani Morara, what happened to Ksamuel na ODM? What has really happened? Nini imemfanya amechukua another direction? That is what I was wondering. So but before I go into the details, manze, watch these videos kwa sababu in this platform we always say hakuna video tunawaletea, content tunawaletea bila karatasi. Hakuna analysis tunawaambia bila kukuja na karatasi. So watch these videos, na kama kawaida I'll be back.
Asishuke. Semeni one time. Morara. Zakayo. Na last year ilikuwa kionjo. Tusipopata justice for victims of police brutality, tutarudi pale.
It was nice. I believe you've watched the videos and you can see these guys are just trying to do whatever they want to do. But one thing I would like to speak to the young people. I think this one I'd like to speak to the millennials and the Gen Zs. If there are people you should never trust, is these two guys. Never trust Ksamuel Makore. Number one. Number two, never trust Morara Kevaso. These guys are conmen. Listen to me. These young guys are conmen. These young guys are conmen. Kindly listen to me. Ama jamaa wawili are political conmen. These guys are not different from those other politicians that we want to do away with. Kindly, Kenyans, listen to me. These two guys are not different from the old politicians that we are trying to do away with. These are people who are self-seeking. These are people who just want power for the sake of it. These are people who, if you sit them down honestly, they have no concrete idea how they can change this country. Especially Ksamuel. Ksamuel just knows how to wear a nice suit and appear in TV and talk big English and talk fluently. That is all he does. That guy has nothing that can turn into something that, like, he has no something that you can really tangible. And I think ODM has realized. I think after spending time with Ksamuel, they have realized that this guy has nothing. Besides the vibe, besides the attention he got, this guy literally has no plan, has no agenda for this country. And I don't think Ksamuel really wanted to be a politician. This is a person who has been thrown into the deep end because of the fame and the popularity he got. He now decided that I'm going to join into politics. But now before we come to their bromance and everything, wacha tujiulize swali moja hapa. These two people were attacking each other. These two people were in different camps. How comes now they are working together? The answer is very simple. Number one, don't forget that Morara himself, in his own confession, he said that the first party he ever joined was ODM. And then he stayed in ODM for a while and then he left. He left and went to UDA. And there's some evidence to that, where he's seen hanging out with Ruto. Same to Ksamuel. Ksamuel has been in ODM. He has shaken hands with everyone, including William Ruto. So the truth of the matter is that these two guys, there's only two things I can see. Either they feel like they are isolated and now they feel like they need to create their own force because they feel like these old politicians, these seasoned politicians are using them. Maybe they have realized that they are just being used and they are not on the table for anything. No one is planning anything for them. They are just there to be used. So this is something that maybe Morara realized na akaamua wacha ajitoe. This is something that Ksamuel has realized, that pale kwa ODM he gained nothing from it. Ameamua wacha ajitoe. And now these two people have decided that let's team up, let's start talking to the youth so that we can also create our own force. You see? Yes. So that can be the solution. The second reason I feel like in my judgment can be like these two people are just simply project. They are just project, and they are project in which sense? They are projects that have now been used because the government side, William Ruto has realized that he is very unpopular amongst the youth. He has realized that there's nothing he can do to win the youth back to him. He has tried everything. Hata amejaribu kuongea sheng, amejaribu everything, but the youth are just not buying. The youth are just not interested. The youth just don't care about him anymore. So, and same to Raila. Raila has also realized that he has lost traction, especially with the Gen Zs. They no longer see him like the Raila Odinga. They no longer give him that fear and respect that they used to give him before. So he has realized that he's also losing the ground. So what do? They call Morara, Kebaso and Ksamuel. What do? They tell them that you people now, you need to work together. You've been working separately, but now you need to work together so that you can bring the youth close to you. Once you bring the youth close to you, in 2027, we will decide what we'll do with those youth. Whether you are going to sell them to me in terms of joining my team so that they can vote for me, ama mtaenda nyinyi pekenyo and the ballot you spoil for all the others, na hiyo story ishe. So that is what they are doing. But I think for the president and Raila Odinga, this is just a litmus test for Morara and Ksamuel to see if indeed they are popular on the ground. They can be considered as the leaders of the youth, of the Gen Zs. Because that is where the headache is. How do you crack the Gen Zs? That is where the stress is. So for me, I see them as projects. As much as I would like to see them like people who are frustrated on the nini. For me, I see them like as projects. Because, and that's why you see that the idea of attacking Raila and attacking William Ruto is to make sure that they are able to relate to that the Gen Zs are able to relate to them and are able to now see that hey, hapa at least akina Morara wanaongelea issues zetu. At least they will start listening to them, and in 2027 they will decide how they'll do with those guys in 2027. Because trust you me, where did these guys get even money to go and hold a rally? Morara anatoa wapi pesa? Where does this money come from? Morara himself alisema yeye is solely funded by Kenyans. When did Kenyans raise funds for him to go and hold that kind of a rally? Aya, Ksamuel anatoa wapi do? Ksamuel anatoa wapi do? Let's just be honest. So these are people who are funded. They are funded by the government. They are funded by maybe Raila's team and all the other things. They are people who are funded. Because with those, there are some things you can't do without funds. You have to do, if you can only do them if you have the money, ama if you have people, strong people behind you, pushing you and supporting you. You see? So that is the reality. That is the reality on the ground. So for me, I see Morara as simply a project, Ksamuel as a project. And if they are not a project, I feel these are just two young men who are agitated, who still feel like maybe they can have a say when it comes to 2027. They have tried all these other parties and all these other politicians, but they have realized that awako kwa hesabu. Unaelewa? Hao ndio chakula yenye kwa meza iko ready kukuliwa. So they have decided to wajisort. So I'm hoping that another leader will come out, because especially for the young people, because the leaders that I see in these young people, the leadership I see in Morara and Ksamuel, trust you me, kama ni kulia tutalia tena. These guys are not for us anymore. These guys are just for their own interest. Hakuna mtu anatushughulikia hapa, especially this Morara. Morara is someone who desperately wants to join politics officially. And that's why you see he was in ODM. Like, he's a politician by blood, which is okay. It's okay to be a politician by blood. But Pia, he's someone who is making moves that you can just sit down and know that there is someone behind it. Because the guy is filthy rich. The guy is just simply rich. Easy wealth, zote ametoa happy and all these other things. So you really need to question, especially considering his age. But guys, that is it for me. What do you think about Morara and Ksamuel? We need to start talking. We need to start letting these people, listening to these young men. For me, I've listened to them and I see no future. I see nothing coming out of it. That is the reality. So you tell me what you think in the comment section. And but above it all, make sure you remain respectful. Do not insult anyone. Do not attack anyone. If you feel like you want to support this platform, my number is always there. You can send any contribution you have, even if it's 2 shillings, even 5 shillings. I will really appreciate you. Anyway, guys, thank you for your time. Until next time, bye.